That's Linda, by the way, the loud one. One over here on the right or left. That's Bob. That's Linda. What do we got going on there? That water gets, as a matter of fact, I'm draining right now. Welcome, everybody. This is start of week number 5 for my outdoor medicine. I want to say this disclaimer because I am broadcasting on other channels. I'm not quite sure what their rules are about this kind of stuff. Oh, there looks like it's out of water. State of Living is legal to grow marijuana in your backyard. You can have upwards of 12 plants per person per household, per person in a household. So if you have like 3 people, you can have 36 plants if you want to. That's our state rule. There's 2 of us, but I only have 9 plants growing, and we'll go see them in the background. There's my dog right there. It's Q. Q as in K in Spanish, Q-U-E. When I first met him, picked him up off the farm, he was looking at me. He was trying to figure out. Oh, okay. We have a little. This is what Bob does now. This is what Bob does to all the dogs, and he's definitely taking on the responsibility of a male duck. It was good to see. Q, settle down, buddy. Settle down. I think he's right playing with the dog. So he's really good at if the chickens get out, he's really good at retrieving them. Not physically, but he'll actually get on top of them. He'll put both his paws on either side of the bird and then put his head down on the bird and wait till we come and pick it up. So now let's go see if we have some eggs. I'm pretty sure we do. Because yesterday we got 5. We are starting to do a lot, actually. Starting to get a lot of eggs. And who is this? This is that is Houdini. And that's Jocelyn. So this is what they. Hi, Jocelyn. Come here. Come here. Come here. No. Usually, they'll do this little, like, put their wings out and stomp on the floor, on the ground, real fast, and then when they come up to me, I reach down at them. No, see, they're not. What I'll do is, if the chickens do that, I'd rather you scratch their butts. See if I can actually do it here. Here, Jocelyn. Yeah, like this, and see how she just put her tail together. This is mimicking what a rooster would do, so it kind of helps egg production. And I just give her a little tussle, and that's it. She does that, fluffs out, done. So this is where their coop's at. I don't know if you guys can see this. Oh, how many eggs we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5, 1 blue egg. Blue egg is fine. I'll show you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So this right here, this is an Americana egg. I'll show you next to a regular hen. Oh, this one's fresh. They have a slight blue tinge to them. They're fine. They're not bad. It's just the way the Americanas decide to make their eggs is they're blue. The shells are blue. The eggs themselves are regular eggs. So this thing right here, is going to either be replaced or massively overhauled. We haven't decided what we want to spend our money yet on. My girlfriend is like, I want to get a new one. I want to get a pretty one. I'm like, huh? You want to spend $5,000 on a chicken coop? You go right ahead, sweetheart. But I'm not doing that. I'll spend a couple $100 on lumber and do it myself. So this fence here had to go double high with the fence all the way around because Houdini, the one actually this one right here, the darker of the two, the cinnamon queens, she was always getting out, and so had to do it again. It was a long process, a lot of standing, a lot of measuring, a lot of getting jabbed from the parts of the fence where you cut. Bob, are you tripping, Bob? Oh, we need to go drain the tub. Hold on, guys. Drain the tub. Everybody coming to visit? Everybody coming to visit? Huh? Hi, Lily Bean. How you doing, girl? She's the oldest. She's the only survivor from our first flock. We got those chickens from the the Amish. And I don't think she lays eggs anymore. So I think they gave us some really a bad deal. Oh, okay, there he goes. What's kind of cool here? Here's the pond. Here's a little valve system. We went to Ace Hardware, picked up some pieces. So all I got to do is turn the knob, and water comes out there. I'm getting some sand, some play sand for the ducks and the birds to roll around in there, and then I just let it run out, let it drain. Sometimes, if there's poop or a feather gets caught in the valve right there, then I have to get in there with the hose and actually flush out the line. But that doesn't happen very often. So, hope everyone's day is going well. Yeah. So there's other things I want to do here. I want to put river rock underneath the pool here, and then almost like a French drain where you can see where the water's starting to go and the ducks and birds are at. So that way there's not a lot of erosion on the soil. But not bad. Not bad. Wondering why we have these plates right here. About once a week, we flip them over, and then the ducks and chickens will come over and eat any insects. Here, this is their yeah, sorry, hurry up because I'm starting to get bit by mosquitoes. Their shells. We just feed them the shells back to them. Oh, the calcium. Shells are really thick right now. It's amazing. So here we go. My backyard. Another part of it. You can see it's covered in foliage everywhere. I mean, just lots and lots of foliage. Let's take a look at the plants. One right here, as you can see, this is the one that got burnt up and died, and I just haven't done anything with it, so I'm just going to leave it be. But the rest of these, I need. Tomorrow is supposed to get on like 50. Today, 50, 51, I think it is, which is pretty it's pretty seasonally cooler for this time of year for August. We'll definitely take it. So tomorrow morning I'll be getting up and I'll be adding soil, topsoil to the plants, all of the plants, and then laying down more straw, de-weeding or degrassing essentially everything. So as you can see, which way the wind's blowing. Wind's blowing from the south, I think. I think it is. Man, it feels so good out here. I mean, this week has been crazy, insane. We've had heat index over 100 on Monday, and slowly it cooled off this week. And we were in a heat advisory on Monday. But if you're kind of wondering why I got sticks holding up plants, because the plants here are getting a little, you can kind of tell, side angle here, they're getting a little top heavy. So I was scheduled to water today, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do that today. There's a pretty good breeze. Tomorrow, after I'm done doing all the soil and the weeding and stuff like that, I'll hit them with newts tomorrow, and that way they have. I'm going to give them a little bit of a breather from the heavy water scheduling I've been giving them, and that's one too. Is that they're starting to stretch. You can see what I mean by stretches. You see the nodes here and here to my fingers. You can see that. That's a stretch. All right, that's about a 6-inch stretch. This one comes right to my waistline, and I'm 5'9", so it's almost 3 feet tall. This one over here, this is a beautiful one. This is a beautiful plant. You can see that. She looks nice and thick. The stalk is thickening up. The stalk is almost is just about as thick as my pinky. And then down here at the bottom of the root, I don't know if you can see that or not, but you kind of see it. Something did try and take this, so I'm probably going to have to make wider cages. That's going to go around the straw from critters. So I think I've noticed some critter damage. This one over here, I don't know what's going to happen to her, but see, she's been bit. She's biting. She's growing, but you can tell. See, she leans too. So I'm going to have to This one's going to have to get supports. So, which just means I'm just going to take these little branches over here that I made support this one, and just put it over here behind me. Let's take a look at this one. This one was leaning again too, but the barking. Here's what I wanted to show you guys. The bark right here. This is starting to come in real nice. Oh, she's starting to stink already. It's starting to stink. So, from what I understand, what other people have told me is that early detection if it's a female. Let's see if we can get right in the plant here. Right in the plant. You see those two above below my thumb? There's two little pieces of a plant sticking up like that, and when they do that, they cross. It's a female. If it's just one, it's a male. And I think, like this one over here, she stood up. She thickened up very nicely. Yep. This one, yeah, she's starting to get the bark too down the bottom. You can see that right down by the dirt. So this one, I can take this away, and I'll just save it. Throw it over there by the one that needs a support. Ooh, she's gonna need some massive support. But let's go take a look at the other two over here. Oh, and the humidity just turned off too. Really weird. Q, you're not a cow. Come on, bud. Thank you. This one is smaller, but she's still going to produce just as much. She's going to do well. So these smaller plants here are going to get more newts, more water, starting soon. Like this one's leaning. See that? Watch this. Where's that stick at? So what I'll do, I'll take this little Y-shaped stick like that. Made, half a dozen of these yesterday. And just to give it some support, see how she's leaning to the left there. Just going to simply stick this in the ground. Push down the leaves. I know you're not supposed to, but these are just bottom leaves. They're fine. A little stress won't bother. Anyways, what you can see there, how now when she blows in the wind, she's going to be, yeah, that's my dog. It's one of four of them. Cute. Back away. Thank you. So yeah, I've got some projects to do. Sunday, see a lot of these cages right here that I already have. I can reuse these because they're not going to go. I'm not going to make them tall anymore. I just need to make them shorter. Well, I'll show you. Yeah. So in chicken wire, you can kind of see this line right here. There's a support wire that indicates half of the fence. I'm just going to go ahead and take off the top half and put it around the perimeter there on all the plants. Because I think they need it, to be honest. Especially if I'm going to have critters already chewing on my shit. I don't want that. It's not going to happen. This one right here, this one's got crazy growth on it right now. And I think I can't see any little balls yet on this one. But I think this one's a male. So I'm going to take a peek at all the rest of them. Yeah, that's a female, looks like. At about the 5th node, you should be able to determine if it's a male or female. And that's a female for sure, because there are no balls in that development. Okay. They're called grapes, technically, because they look like little bunches of grapes. Once a plant develops, goes more and more and more. See this plant right here? The wind's blowing it. By tomorrow, it should be thicker. So it's good to have Here's the thing about outside growing too, and growing in general, growing it really anything. Let's take a look at this one. I think this is gonna be a big girl. Oh yeah, yeah, you can tell already. This is gonna be a big girl. She already stinks too. Smells already. Oh gosh, so good. So, um, structure of a plant here. We'll take a little biology 101. So you have the main stalk here in the center, right? And then as you see, the fan leaves go this way. You go left, right, up and down. Left, right. They alternate, I guess. They alternate this way and this way, or it doesn't really matter. But they boom, 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 alternate. But you can see these big fan leaves. See how big it is compared to my hand? Huge. These huge fan leaves. Some of these later, as it gets taller, can come off. But as you can see, something like down here, there's some munch there, but that's it. I don't see any other bug munch, and that was early too. But you have multiple types of fan leaves. You have stalk, main vegetation stalk fan leaves. You have stem fan leaves, and then going further up, you eventually get what are called bud leaves or sugar leaves. And those you want to trim back eventually when you're harvesting the plant, because it still has a lot of some THC and stuff like that. You can actually use it to make hash or other products, other natural products that you may not want to buy at the store. Or let's see, let's see the wind. The trees moving now. Got some good wind. So you want wind. You want to stress the plants a little bit. You want wind so to be able to move back and forth. That strengthens their stalk, the center, the trunk, essentially. There's like little trees. But I don't know the genealogy of any of these. Like this plant over here, but you can tell what they're going to be. They're going to be hybrids or predominantly indica, predominantly sativa, solely based on early production. You can see the fan leaves, how they have the serration. Usually, you can tell this one right here looks like it's probably going to be a 50-50, to be honest, because it's got a lot of serration, but they're not very steep. So it could be more of a. So if you have sharp teeth on the leaves, on the fan leaves, typically it's going to be more of a of an indica, or sorry, a sativa, like a start your day. It's going to be more of a sativa strain. And if there's, if there are more soft rolling serrations, if there's these, let's show you here, if these right here are not very sharp, and if they're more rolled, I mean, these are kind of rolled, so it's kind of showing a little bit of both actually. So it could be, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what it is when it does, when after you smoke it, after I smoke it, after I harvest it. You got to go to October. End of October is where, when they are supposedly going to be done. They'll know when they're done. These plants will start vegetating by themselves, meaning producing flowers by themselves, when based on the sunlight. So right now we've got almost exactly 14 hours of sunlight. When that gets down to about 12 here in a month or so, 2 months, these plants will start to vegetate, so that they'll start producing flower all by themselves, as long as they are female. Like I said, I think this one right here is probably a male, just because of the characteristics I'm seeing. But no pollen is coming from them, so I'm not too worried about it right now. And too bad, because the serrations look pretty good on this. This is going to be a mean plant to smoke with a female. But we'll see. We'll have to see if I can find out. I'm pretty sure that this is a male. Has one spike right here. Yeah, I think a couple more days. I'll wait probably till Monday before making a decision on tearing it down or not, or cutting it down. So that'll be all right. 8 plants, 8 female plants producing. That's pretty good. As long as they all come to harvest, not bad. Not bad, I could say. So next time I do an outdoor grow, I'll be prepared, meaning where they're gonna sit. I'll have those already mulched and ready to go and all that kind of stuff. The rainy one, and then I just got busy. Couldn't really get out in the backyard, and it got so hot so quick. So that's another one too. Man, mosquitoes are just tearing my ass up right now. Can't see any of them, but they're biting me. That's cute. Nothing really to report. No rain in the forecast. But the clouds there. You can kind of see the let's see, hold the phone here or the tablet. Kind of in the middle, you'll see some ripples. If you look really, I don't know if you can see that actually from here, but from my eyes, I can see the rippling of the clouds up top there. So there's a lot of atmospheric distortion going on, or maybe HAARP is turning some shit on and is creating ripples in our atmosphere. Who fucking knows at this point? I mean, anything is possible. Anything is freaking possible. We need water. We need rain. We need rain. Look at the leaves; they're all drooping, except for these big ass ones back there. These right here. These are huge. These are huge, huge leaves. I mean, they're twice the size of my hand. Oh, there's a tree right here. I don't know what type of tree this is. This right here, though, these are wild grapes. I got a wild grapes over there. And I got a bunch, I got a big bush over there growing on the other side of the burn pile there. And we won't burn any. All of this has been cut down and harvested. But you can see the wind coming up pretty good now. Really bending those, stressing those plants out in a natural way. And that's why we also we put fans to help circulate, not also to help circulate air, but also to stress the plants a little bit to thicken the stalk up and for them to respond properly to that type of stress. The plant leaves. Here we go. See, look at this. Bam. Huge freaking leaves. I have no. The owner, this little guy, turned into that big. That's a 100-year-old tree, 75-year-old tree right there. The other one next to it is same thing, a very old tree. I got a lot of old timber around my property here where I live, and these are all the tall trees. Back there is an oak swamp, and then the horse property. There's so beyond this here, back there, that's a neighbor back there. They're moving. And on the other side of their yard, their 50 wide yard, 60 wide yard plot, 200 feet long. Behind it are horse stables. So when school's in, the girls or the people who request horses and the pastures over there. So we're gonna take a look at the wild grapes real quick. Oh yeah, there's always critters in here. And by the way, always critters. Didn't really do too much for the garden this year. I'm busy with that stuff. Here we go. These are wild grapes. See, and they take over. And they right here you have larvae, probably on the bottom side. Check that out. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Some type of a larvae for a bug. I'm not sure which bug it is, but we can see. I don't mind having this vegetation because it gives other things. Oh, that's cool. It's a heart leaf. Ta-da! Right there, in the middle. It gives the other things, other critters to munch on them. Gives them something to munch on. At one point, I did have a lot of this cleared out. All of this shit right here just happened to be this last year. I should have cut all this down in the spring, but I didn't. But because I do walking sticks and stuff, all I see is just inventory. New inventory I can chop down. This is honey lotus, or lotus, sorry, honey lotus. The shit's pretty nasty. It's got these big ass fucking thorns on it right here. And when they're saplings, they have nothing but thorns all along the trunk and everywhere else. But the thorns will slowly diminish as the tree gets taller, but the branches will still can remain with thorns. So you know when dealing with this plant, you really have to make sure you're cautious. Because I've been poked a few times, but it fucking hurts. It hurts so bad. The wood itself can be toxic to animals. It's also another invasive species in our area, but it's a semi-hard wood, and haha, no pun intended. And it's got great flexibility and strength as for like walking canes, walking sticks, staff, stuff like that. And it's lightweight. It's got a great aroma when you start peeling off of it, and the grain of the wood is just it's amazing. It's really a fun material to work with, to be honest. Hence why I'm keeping this one growing a little bit longer. You can come in here and see these big ass nasty thorns. Now this one's the white lotus. The other one is called black lotus, and those looks like it really looks like a hickory tree growing, but then as it matures, it starts to develop these bunches. I mean, huge baskets of thorns around the trunk, and those are definitely, they've got some kind of a neurotoxin in them or something. I've been hit by one of those before, and it welted up and turned red for a few days. Those are very poisonous to animals. So luckily, I have none of those. The trees here, this one right here, I believe this tree. This is one I've been waiting for all summer. All summer, right here. Cut down this one. This I believe is English elm. I think it is, or English oak. I can't remember which one it is. But again, it's got another great. It's a semi-hardwood. One rigidity and strength. The great, amazing to work with. But I've got back there. I don't know if you can tell, but back there's more inventory. I mean, my entire backyard is basically my inventory. I just let it grow every year. My front yard too. I got a big bush in my front yard. The same thing. So, and this guy just all of a sudden took off. This one right. So this I could use this right here. Cut this down to a handle because it's already got a nice curve. But you can see these little thorns everywhere still. Yeah, I'm hoping I can straighten this one, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I'll be out in the garage too up in the fall because right now it's just too hot. I don't have any air conditioning. It's just a building. I mean, it's just a building by itself. So nothing really to write home about. But anyways, yeah. So there'll be future shows out in the garage during the fall and the early winter. Just because it's cooler, and I can actually run a fan out there and not have everything else. I have a $408.37 was the energy bill this year or this month. So yeah, I wish it was just $400 a year. It'd be great. But anyways, that's about it, folks. There's Q. And I hope you all have a good day. Tonight, I'm gonna have a show at 8 o'clock tonight, maybe 7:30. I haven't quite figured out which one, but we're probably 7:30. We're gonna go a little bit earlier. Or maybe let's go 8 o'clock. I think I'll just go 8 o'clock. We're gonna do kind of a deep dive together, like a live dig on is the moon a map of our realm? There's a theory going around. I've seen this before. There's some evidence of it. There's if you want to, and that's why we're diving on it, because I have a lot of questions about it, but I want to use the brain power of y'all as well, because more brains, less thinking, I think. So that'll be tonight, and then tomorrow will be Saturday, and I'll be playing an interview, last year interview between Adam Green and Dustin Nemos, and because you can't just listen to one person and expect to have all the results and everything, all the knowledge you desire right away like that. Not going to happen. So considering Adam Green is a pretty controversial person, Dustin Nemos is highly censored and some pretty wild claims himself. But between these two, I think it's a 2.5 hour interview or discussion, really debate. I've already watched it, but I want to hear you guys' opinion about it in the chat and stuff like that. So we'll talk about that. Sunday. I have Disconnect Theater, which will be starting at noon, and probably Sunday morning I'll figure out what movies we're gonna be watching. To be honest, I don't know. But if you have any ideas, those of you who are on Pilled listening to me, if you have any, and that's where I'll be doing Disconnect Theater only on Pilled, so it won't be on YouTube, it won't be on DLive. But if you guys have any ideas or genres or themes of movies, I'm seeing more inventory right now. My neighbor will let me do it too. Let me go cut his trees down. Any ideas of that kind of stuff? Feel free to DM me on pill.net. And oh, that's a moth in there. It's pretty wild. Huh. Anyways, any themes or ideas of movies, that'd be great. I mean, I still have 100 different themes we can do, but I want to hear what you guys want to listen to or watch. Because you're there too, and you're participating in that as well on Sunday. So, typically about noon, I start my shows noon West Coast, and that would be 10 o'clock on the West Coast, and where else between there, you guys can figure it out. But yeah, that's about it, people. Not much. Q's playing with Bob. Oh boy. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna get to the dog park. My dogs need to run, and usually I would have already gone to the dog park and be back by 10 o'clock in the morning. But it's so nice today. The high is supposed to be like 74, 75, and a little bit of breeze. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful summer day here in Missouri. Can't really complain about it. A little bit of humidity, but not too much. I mean, it's August, so you gotta expect humidity. We'll get humidity up into September, most likely, all the way through this month. So that's fine. Plants, because on the bottom side here, microscopically, bottom of the plants here, the leaves, there are these little things called, and they open and close according to what the plant needs to do. If it needs more moisture, it'll open up. If it needs more oxygen, it'll open up. And then that's also where the respiration of the plant happens too. So it's like a sphincter muscle that opens at the will of the plant. That's why I think plants, I don't feel bad about cutting trees down because I'm using them for a purpose. But people say, oh, plants aren't alive, trees aren't alive. Like, yeah, what plants and trees do you know breathe on its own? Huh? Oh, I moved. See if I can. Hey, buddy. Oh, nope, it took off. Okay. All right, folks. See the duck one more time, and then I'll go ahead and sign off. No outro music. I'm on my tablet, nothing like that. So, oops. Got most of the chickens here. The ducks. This is they love this. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear that. They've been mating. I haven't seen the eggs yet. I'll have to check the. You know what? Let's go do that real quick, and then I'll sign off with you guys. Let's go check the back of the coop, because that's where they usually sleep, is in the far back. Let's see if they have any actual eggs. Thank you. Okay. Everybody. And the water's almost done out, so they can get more water. All right, here we go. I don't see any eggs, But let's get down here. Nope. No eggs. Okay. Alrighty. No problemo. But we got 5 eggs there. I'm hoping they'll get in here. Nothing in here either. Unfortunately, we're gonna get them another box. So we have 3 boxes, and that's about it. All right, folks. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you taking a walk through my backyard and see where I spend most of my time. Pretty much, it's like it's never ending, man. It's when it's super hot outside, it's every other day, changing water out, stuff like that. So it's a process, and I love it. I do. It's physically challenging for me because I'm handicapped. I really am. I need a brace to walk, and I have it. I have a brace. I'll show you guys. See, ta-da! Brace. It's called foot drop, and it's very painful, and it's very taxing on me physically. But I love doing this type of work. I love the husbandry of animals, especially chickens. They're so funny, and they're just great animals. They are. Ducks are cool too. Dogs are all right. Q. Say hi. Q. Sit. No, he's not gonna sit. You embarrass me, huh, bud? I don't know what he's doing. But anyways, all right, folks, that's it. Have a good day. All that kind of good stuff. And hopefully I see you tonight. I'll be streaming on YouTube, DLive, and Pilled, and then uploading videos to my other places. So there you are.